This is Hank Sullivan with Sullivan and Forbes, and what you're going to be watching is an historic restoration. This home was built approximately 1837 and has been in the same family since then. It's the Thompson family on Thompson Road in Dawsonville. The pictures you're presently looking at were taken about 1990 while the home was still occupied. The home sat unoccupied for several years, though, and this is how we received it. The folks that we were working for wanted to occupy the home again, and so they contacted us, and presently this is what the home looks like. These pictures were taken not too very long ago, back during a beautiful day in the early fall of 2009. And so this is what the house looks like today. But I'm going to take you through some of the process on rendering it from its former status to its new status. We do all the design work for our projects, and so all of the architectural design is something that you will find that we're very capable of if you are interested in pursuing a project like this. All right, now this is what the home looked like when we first took it over. I've got any number of shots that were taken right as we were beginning construction in here. We put some cross braces in there because we were going to remove the back half of the house. And you see that old fireplace back down the hallway? That was the fireplace in the kitchen. These newspapers you'll see in several pictures, that was the insulation in the house. And they're very interesting to read too. All right, now we've begun construction down there. You see those threaded rods in the very top? Those are what held the front half of the house in place when we removed the back half of the house. It was an interesting process, but we didn't want to take the chance that the whole thing was just going to tumble when we removed the back half. What you're seeing right now is just some pointing up on the chimney. But these are some finished pictures of what the home looks like today. Down the hallway was the old kitchen. Well, it's the new kitchen now. And you'll see any number of pictures here that with the house occupied. And here you'll see the studs on the background. What we did in order to insulate the outside walls is we put in foam insulation and then sheetrocked, flat taping it to those irregular studs. Those were hand-hewn studs. Here's some more shots of the newspaper insulation up in the hallway. And our customers did a little bit of their own paper mache up there. That was for the Kennedy assassination. They took a little license with the historical nature of that. But here's some of our handiwork. We had to build all of the doors in the home, and we put historical hardware on those doors. The beams you see in that picture, those were the hand-hewn beams that were there when we took the project over. The ceiling, though, was not there, and we had to plane those beams down in order to accept the ceiling. Here's the stairs. The stairs have remained the same. We did not change the stairs, and they don't really conform to today's code, but they were grandfathered in this project. These were some bookcases that we built for the customers and in their office. And now take a look at the hardwood floors there. Now this was interesting. The second floor ceiling there needed to be supported. So the lower beam, the darker one, those are beams that we installed. This is my wife Wendy. I think we were about doing the walkthrough at the time. But take again a look at those hardwood floors. They came out beautifully. They were awfully dingy when we began, but we sanded them down, and they ended up looking beautiful. Some more of the bedroom shots upstairs. This is after we pointed up one of the fireplaces. Now the fireplaces in there are not being used. They just were not worthy. This is one of the doors going into a new area that is above the kitchen. Again, one of the bedrooms, and how they really turned out great. Take a look at the hand-hewn studs there. That's a good example of how we flat taped the drywall to the studs after insulating. That's a bypass door that we built in-house. There you go. That's a good example of our handiwork there. There is insulation back behind there. Now take a look at that dowel. That's part of the historical nature of some of the work that we end up doing in a restoration, is recreating some of those details that existed when the home was first built. Here are some shots of the porch. I think these pictures here were taken the day of the walkthrough. There's another detail that would have been something you would have seen in the original construction, the mortise and tenon type of joint. And those timbers that you see there, those were timbers that we removed from the original construction and safeguarded until we could install them in the kitchen. Some more shots of the office. And here is the kitchen. Kitchen is of the same variety that you would imagine in a rustic home. This is the master bedroom. You can see up against the wall there was a chimney that we removed because it was just in such bad repair. More bedroom shots. This is a beautiful picture. It shows you all the handiwork, being able to bring this 1837 farmhouse into the 21st century. This is the breakfast room. All new construction here. That is the joint between the old and the new. If you go through that door, you're in the old part, and then the picture was taken from the new area. This is the home as it is today, and we've enjoyed bringing it to you.